Alright, just here. Good. Cool, I think we're good. So, hello. I am currently working on my world again, so that was kind of what I was planning to do because I spent the entire last stream just working on Ultra World, so this time I wanted to do something a little bit different, and today we're going to be looking at the solution that I came up with for this puzzle. So you'll notice that there were several changes made if you watched the last stream I did of this. So there used to be like a ring of poison here. I got rid of that ring of poison because it wasn't really working. Does it say this is out of date? Let's see if this still works. Thought I'd save this on the latest version of this, but maybe not. I'm just going to step mode here instead of real time. Okay, so far this looks good. Not sure why it says that this room is out of date. Yeah, I figured out a way to make this solvable. And I added some additional doors to just remove some unintended solutions. So yeah, there we go. That's how this room works now. It's pretty simple. I just reduced the number of snakes that I had here, and I got rid of the top row of eyes as well, just to simplify things a bit. I didn't really feel like that was necessary. One of the unintended solutions, of course, was if I had an eye here and an eye here, then they could just both see me, and then when they raise, they double fire into the switch, which of course causes it to cancel out, which is not what we want. So I decided to fix that by just adding a door in between. So there's no place where there's like a door that rises and then there's another door that rises right behind it. So there's always going to be some kind of door in between that blocks the other eye from seeing you, and thus makes that solution at least hypothetically impossible. I mean, I haven't done like super thorough testing of this, obviously, but I fiddled around with this enough, I feel, and I think that this is probably good enough. I think most people will likely stumble upon the intended solution, but again, I don't really know. It's also kind of a matter of, I think this room became a lot easier because of those changes, because now it's very obvious that there's incredibly few things you can do with the angry eyes. Obviously, one is to put one on the ground and one up high. You could also put two of them on the ground, but like no matter how you slice it, it's really obvious that you need to have multiple angry eyes firing to the west to hit this flying snake here. I mean, the whole contraption here is made just to trap this flying snake in a particular row. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this room. Ended up being a lot easier than I thought it would be. Or at least I think it's going to be a lot easier than I initially intended, but again, like when you have an idea and you want to showcase an interaction and like force that to happen, sometimes it's not going to be that easy to do, and you might have to add additional constraints until you get to a point where it just is the only reasonable thing that the player can do. Thus it makes it kind of easy, just because there's not really much else that the player can do. So I think this is going to be a really easy puzzle. Maybe not like super easy, but you know, a little bit easier than intended. And I am okay with that because I just don't really want to mess with that anymore. Another puzzle that I've been working on is this one. So we have a partial solution of sorts here. This is a really simple, just like slug movement puzzle. I could make it more difficult, but I don't know. I think that this is probably okay, at least for now. Trying to remember. Right, we have to put like trapdoors here. Are there already trapdoors there? I guess they just weren't connected. Maybe they just didn't have pits under them. I think this should be fine. There we go. Yeah, now the room is clear, and then you can leave and then come back. That lets you grab this. So yeah, pretty simple stuff. Yeah, I think that's probably good enough for now. I might try and make this puzzle more of a puzzle later, but I think it's fine. So the rest of this is just decoration. I'm just gonna take the same room title here and just copy. I did want to do a little bit of... I think a little bit of rotation would be good. Or we could like extend these out. I think that'd be kind of cool looking, right? We could even put like ice under here. That'd be kind of... These also look like the belts. Yeah, we're just kind of doing a little bit of decoration here. Then I think we're gonna move on to the next floor. Okay, we want to probably just put block barriers under all this stuff. Have these be extra long belts. They might be a little bit inconvenient to get around. We might have to add doors here just so you can cross over. Just for convenience. And I think we're gonna move this rubble pile. So oh wait, oops. Right, I have to use stack it. Maybe not right on the edge. Put it right here. Looks a little bit better. Alright, so now we've got these like conveyor belts kind of running through here. Kind of makes it a little bit more like a factory, you know? I think that's pretty cool. Alright, then we have this barrier here. On the other side, I want to do something similar. These guys. Whoa. Okay, that was Control X, not Control C. We're gonna do this, maybe. Something like that. Oh, I forgot about this room here. Okay, well, whatever. Just, You can, like, bookend this with another, like, horizontal belt layout. Let's just do something similar to what we just did down there. I guess in that case, this is sort of redundant. We don't really need these. I'll just get rid of these. You can just walk around. Screen. Even. This way. All these easily. A little bit more going on. Sleep. I want to do ice, right? I think we should still do that. We're doing that there. Here. There. We can do one here. There. I like this idea of having like some belts be sparse and others less so. Looks a little bit less even. I think we're just gonna call this again. Make a few here. Again, I think this one needs to be a little bit more dense. Something like that. So I need to record this. There we go. Now Leaf is very much in a proper factory. I think with that, we should have enough to get like all the keys. I'm still not sure about keeping all the like story elements I have going on here. That might change in the future, I'm not sure. Where's this one? Oh, of course, there. Alright, so we got some Terra keys for that. Open this. Go here. Pick up this key. Input this. Get a bunch of keys there. Get even more keys. Okay, we also picked up that one. I'm not going to use 3-button speed because that causes issues. At least in this version of the game, if I remember correctly. We should probably use the replay. Number 4. 5. Wait, what? Wait, why is that misaligned? Did I not fix this? I thought I'd fixed this. Oh. Oh, that's down there now. So this is what? 1, 2, 3. The 4th row from the bottom. I think I checked. 4. My door here. Wall over here. There we go. I kind of wish I had saved that state there, but we're just gonna redo this real quick. Wait, we want to start from here. Button 3-button speed messes up replays in the current version, so I'm not going to do that. Let's get this going. So I was just checking my mic levels. I realized that something is being picked up through my noise gate. It shouldn't be picked up. I'm pretty sure it's my key presses, actually. I guess that's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world, but yeah, I am on a mechanical keyboard. And sometimes it's a little bit noisy. Okay, there we go. That should be everything? Okay, we've got... Apparently I have only 8 of these? Or sorry, only 7 of these? I thought there was supposed to be 8 keys. I guess because we don't have a room here? This had a prime key. Had a prime. Had one. Had one. There's like... Oh wait, I missed picking up this one, that's why. Wondering, I was just like, where did my last prime go? Right here. Okay. Okay, with that, we should be able to get out of here, except these are not even wired. Okay, never mind. I thought I had wired everything up, but apparently I did not. While we test. There we go. That's better. Now, okay, we need to test with parameters here. So I'm gonna set 8. Those through. here, press these. There we go. Now we can take the elevator to Glittering Vault. And this is something I'm probably going to have to change. I don't know. I mean, I wanted to make this area about evaluating the possibility of puzzles and then like picking which puzzles you want to skip. That was kind of a unique and interesting idea. Yeah, I'm not so sure how good of an idea that actually. I don't know. Mostly because of the feedback I got in Monster Metropolis. I'm kind of like, I'm not sure about this. I'm not really sure about this idea anymore. Either way, this place has like 3 actual puzzles. I think I was trying to do something down here and I just never did. Yeah. This is supposed to be like a very Slumari-ish, like the ending area. Like the gold bars and coins. At least I'm assuming that's what those are supposed to be. Not really sure I'm gonna keep this. There's a lot of stuff here I'm just kind of like, I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. I think I'm gonna change a lot of things though. Right, the idea was we were gonna have another like, what, 7 of these? Oh, 8. 8 more sky keys before you get to this thing. Honestly, I don't even know if that's something I want to keep. I feel like this is a cool place for like the roulette. I've had some ideas for what I want to do here. There was going to be like an ice sliding puzzle here that never really happened. I mean, I built it and then it kind of sucked and it didn't really work, and then I realized I couldn't really build exactly what I wanted, so I was just like, okay, you know what, never mind. But yeah. We'll probably fix up some of these puzzles later. I think this is a really cool machine. It's a little bit ugly with all this extra like skip stuff happening here, but being able to remove that would be pretty cool. Otherwise, I think I just want to start porting some of the other, I guess, devices that I've built into this area. Like the roulette room probably will go in here, because I don't think that's actually going to be going into the collab world that Creative Ferret was building. At least I don't know if that world's ever going to get published. I don't know if anyone is even going to contribute. I'm going to assume no for now, and we're just going to continue working on this. We might need to reduce the number of doors here. I'm okay with that. This is just sort of a, here's the end, here's the exit, go here, get the key, move on. And I think the goal was, once you go down here, you're going to need that star key to continue. Except I never actually... Yeah, I never actually did anything like that here, did I? I want to say no. You can like push that stuff around, but... I think it was like a neat looking area, but honestly not too much interesting happening here. Anyway, we'll worry about that later. So we're gonna go back up to the main floor and we're gonna start copying stuff over. What did I want to do? What was this room? Oh, this is this stupid room. I think I even may have had a solution for this, or maybe I didn't. No, I didn't even have a solution for this. I don't think this is even doable. I think this room was about like... Oh, jeez. Yeah, like... You have to drop all the trapdoors, but you also have to make sure that all the statues die. You gotta like put them in good spots. I want to say it's not even possible. Maybe I'm crazy. Oh wait, yeah, no, this is like... Then you need to go back around this way, right? Then this is here. I think the trick was... Yeah, you can do that, and then you can make your way back. It was really silly. Except you can't. So no, it wasn't even that. I don't even remember what this was about. I thought... Oh wait, no, this is... Ah, right. You can do that for all of these. Right, you get 2 passes at this. Should I keep this room? You have to... Well, this thing is not gonna ever fire. Oh wait, those are for cleanup. That's at the end. We want that. Yeah, okay. Then you come in here and then... Oh, it is clearable apparently. It's just trivially clearable. This is a really dumb room. I don't know. This room is giving me interesting vibes. Like, I have a vague recollection of what this is, but also I don't really remember what this is either. I feel like this was showing off something that I think I may have made a different puzzle using this concept, actually. Was there a solution to this? No. Okay. Another room that I didn't have like a... Oh man. This. Oh boy. Spoilers for Monster Metropolis, I guess. Well, sort of spoilers. This is a different room. It's very similar in structure, though. I don't remember what I was doing with this. Oh no, this was, you gotta start in... Oh yeah, this is really cool in my opinion. Like, look at this. This is super cool. But yeah, then it kind of falls apart once you get here. I wasn't able to figure out a way to like prevent that from happening. But I think that this is like a super cool setup. Like just being able to do something like this. I don't know how you would ever do it. And also if you try to move left, or actually yeah, it's just left. If you just move left, then stuff falls apart. If you move right, it doesn't. Like this is a very turn order dependent little machine. I think this is like really cool. But yeah, I can't take it apart without stuff falling apart. There might be a way to do it if you have like another bomb bug here that's later in the turn order somehow. Or like later than this, but earlier than this. Like if you can do that, then you could like move this south, that guy would move in place, this would then move, and it would land on that other bomb bug. I feel like that's the only way you could do that. Yeah, this is another puzzle concept that I really wanted to incorporate into some room somewhere. This is like the largest trapdoor gate I've ever come up with. I still haven't figured out what to do with this, like an actual puzzle. There's just so many like scrapped ideas. This is like a stealth room that never really manifested into anything meaningful. Yeah. This room can definitely be optimized a little bit. Might even just do that now. Okay, this is triggered by this like single use OR gate. So this explodes, Those all these. I think I can like move all of this stuff over to the left a little bit. I think I'm gonna do exactly that. Oh wait, how does this work again? Sorry, I just need to. Oops, social grid. Wait, I'm in the room. We're testing. So this steps on here. Then when that steps on here, this guy just moves immediately? Okay, what about when he moves off? Oh. See. So these are both hooked up to that. Oh, I see. This pressure... Okay, yeah, so I did actually implement that same mechanism into this. Okay, that makes sense. I was wondering why it looked the way that it did. I thought for a moment I hadn't fixed this properly, but... It does work. It just... There's a lot of pressure plates to keep track of. Sorry, this is just so mesmerizing every single time. I'm gonna move this stuff over by 1. I think that won't affect too much, if anything at all. Then we gotta move all of this over by 1. Since this is closer, we gotta move this closer. I think we... no, I don't think we can move it here. That's a little bit too close, but here is fine. Then we can replace all that with wood. Want to? You can compact this quite a bit. Wait, what happened? Oh. What drops these? Okay, those. That makes sense. Do this. There we go. This is so silly, by the way. I mean, I guess we could also just have it so that Leaf has to exit out the way that he came. Like, this could be a room that we could just plop down somewhere in Glittering Vault. I wanted to give it this, like, roulette table aesthetic with the pine needles. It kind of matches the OR gate. Or, sorry, the XOR gate visual terminology that using. I'm gonna just probably turn this into like the sand that we have that floor and all this into brick. I think that makes more sense. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna take this room, we're gonna move it there. There is one more room that I wanted to move. Or no, one more room that I want to move. There's one more thing I want to build with this concept. I think will be actually kind of cool. We're gonna go down a floor here. And we're gonna drop that maybe right here. I don't know, maybe here, maybe we can move it one room south of this, even. Maybe we can just drop it here. I think that would be okay. Yeah, put this here. Put a sky key on this. Make this all sand. This all sand. Then we can like just put walls here to block off. Is that row? No, is that column 13? So we go to column 13 and that off. Draw a line there. Okay, we can't here either. There we go. Now that's all blocked off. Unless we want to come through here. In which case now we can play the roulette. There we go. And there we go. There's nothing down here, nothing up here. I probably should have saved that as a... Yeah, I probably should have saved a replay for that. Oh well. That's fine. We could even like change this like tiles. Like you don't have to have like the same flooring for it, absolutely. I think that'd be kind of cool. I'm just thinking about aesthetically what I want to do here. I think that's kind of cool. Do we want to do the wood? The wood looks kind of nice with the that stuff here. I don't know. Maybe we leave it like this. This is kind of cool. I kind of want to replace this room actually with that same device. You know what, we're gonna do that. I kind of like it. Alright, we're gonna do something similar but also very different. Instead of a roulette, I'm gonna do something completely different. I think this part is still gonna look pretty much the same. You can also move this door. You somewhere else. I don't know, we can move you by the entrance or something. Right, so how do I want to do this? So just to put that out there, that's kind of what I wanted to build here. Maybe not like a slot machine exactly, but you'll see. So we're gonna get random numbers, right? Yes. Probably do want to change the seating for this one too. I haven't figured out exactly how that works yet. I'm sure I can figure that out with the effort. It's like when this guy moves, then this guy wants to move. The next turn. And causes. Starts the randomness. I'm wondering if I have to do something similar here. Let me just play with that a little bit. Like, what does that look like? Not quite what I wanted. Right. I think we'd want this to move here. Preparation. Okay, so I think we want to flip these doors. Something like that. Yeah, there we go. That creates a different seed. It's a different starting seed. Yeah, because now this bit moves up. This one also. Anytime there's like a transition from one state to the other, then you have to do this kind of like door flipping thing. You see. Yeah, now the wave propagates upwards correctly. There we go. So that's how we can like reseed this. That's cool. So I think the idea here is we want to do something like this. Or like this bit is hooked up to like these. This bit is hooked up to these. Like each of these is gonna have like a different monster behind it. So like depending on the RNG, you can release like a different monster. That's what I'm trying to build. Except, it's gonna... Yeah, it's going to do that. Well, I think we want to, like, stop the RNG. Wonder if there's a way to halt this. Oh no, but if you do that, then that's what happens. Okay, interesting. Okay, I have a different idea. Okay, instead of trying to do it directly like that, yeah, instead of trying to do it directly, I think we should do is something more like this. Like monster block here. Alright, and then each of these will trigger. Well, put the bugs here. We can put poison afterwards. Move these there. Put poison on these. Oh, well, now wire all this up. I really don't like how moving stuff around works in this game with wires. Wait, what? Oh, right, plate releases. Right, I kind of forgot that was a thing. This is actually... This is acting as if this bug moved onto this plate, this bug moved onto this plate. Which means that it's acting as if both of these bugs were here and here. I don't know how much that actually matters. Okay, so once this gets hit, I guess once any of these get hit, we want to drop these hits. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that'd be cool. just never know which one you're gonna get. Yeah, you kind of do know. You can just actually look at the input stream over there. So based on whatever random number you get, you're gonna have one of 4 different monsters to play with. So let's see. How come that blows up? Oh, because this triggered by. Oh, you can just put a. There you go. Oh wait, that doesn't actually work, does it? You never know which of these bomb bugs is actually be the one that blows up. Yeah, so I guess we will need to find a way to like push into here. Hello, welcome. I am trying to build some kind of slot machine of sorts. Maybe not a slot machine. I don't know what I'm building exactly. It's just kind of like a... Oh, you were playing Grace when you saw this? How to end the run? Oh, how did the run go? I think Grace is the game with the smiley face and like the rat, Joey, right? You're like running away from something. There's like a big pink beam that shows up every once in a while. I think I'm remembering the games correctly in my head. Safe Room 32 and Endless? Nice. I didn't know they had an Endless mode. That's cool. Let's see. So the concept of this room is, in my opinion, pretty neat. Got like this switch that stops this timer RNG. Wait. We should space these out a little. You didn't bring your PC to where you're at right now? Are you on mobile then? Can't use Discord. That's fine. I'm not sure how much Ultra World I'm going to be doing today. I might save that for another time. I am thinking of streaming a little more often if I can. I just don't really know when in my schedule I can squeeze that in. You're on mobile. I kind of figured. This is this. One's that. Here. Back on Monday. Okay. I'm actually thinking of streaming tomorrow because you're in the Thinky Puzzle Games Discord. So you probably have seen it already, but the one of the featured games, it's Zero Player. That one looked really interesting. I know I don't need to make everything about Ultra World, but I don't know. I do have fun playtesting that as well. Now this is really cool. So you've got like this RNG here, and then you press this switch, and then randomly one of these 4 doors will open. So each of these is gonna have a different monster behind them, I think. Yeah, Zero Player. I was considering playing that on stream because it looks really weird. I know what I know about it is that it's basically just a PNG, but there's so many people saying that it's really good, so I am very tempted to actually stream that. Oh, you finished NMA, nice, congrats. Yeah, I noticed that Alex has been enjoying NMA too. I liked his reaction to seeing the doors at like the beach area. That was pretty good. Yeah, I think this will be really cool to just have like this room that you can clear in like 4 different ways, and depending on the RNG state, you'll end up with a different monster. I think that'll be really cool. I mean, you can like kind of choose which one you get just by, you know, obviously waiting around. What's the fun in that? Yeah, I was thinking maybe I'd play Zero Player for a bit and then see just how fun it is. And if I don't really enjoy it, or if I'm like, okay, I feel satisfied after playing for like half an hour or an hour or something like that, I think I might just switch over to doing some more Ultra World. Feel free to play it on stream or after it, now that it's done. Yeah, I'm tempted to play more new meta adventure. The thing is, my new meta adventure playthrough is kind of soft locked at the moment. And then, I guess if I update the world it should be fixed, but I'm kind of like in the middle of it. We'll see, I might just like finish it on stream sometime. But kind of a lower priority than getting this done. So what's up there? Wish there was an easier way to just like automatically kill the flying snake, because it's not really affected by hot coals or hits. Like these guys, I can just drop them. Flying snake is a little bit different though. Oh, maybe this one can be a flying snake carrying an angry eye. That way the angry eye is mobile enough to actually go somewhere. I think we might have to like stick bomb bug in here. All best solution. Holes there. Actually, oh, this is... Maybe this just has to go here. I want it to... We can just put a pit underneath the flying snake. And it, like, walks out through here. Not that it really matters. There's no room down there, but... That'll work. So if you get this one, then these 3 die. This one, these 3 die. 1, 3, 3 die. Cool. Can't do ultimate pusher without hints. Jesus puzzles. Chad, creative ferret adds anti-John at walls. Made ultimate pusher. I mean, ultimate pusher is hard, okay? Listen. Ultimate pusher is like that. I don't know. It has those like adventurer vibes. Not like the easy adventure early game puzzles either. I don't know, maybe you think all the puzzles in adventure are easy. Oh yeah, I think. Wait, hold on. Let me hop over to Ultra World for a sec. I don't know if you saw this last time. Let me go back to this. Let me choose map room. Have you seen? Did you see my playthrough of? Wait, this is. Oh, sorry. I need to choose. I hate that. I really wish you could just play it. Have you seen this yet? Are you watching this? Alright, so you put these walls here, right? Now, I don't know if that's... Okay, you did rewatch it. Okay, so you have seen this. Is this intended? I don't think so, right? Because the solution you sent me had like a block in this tile here. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show in case you hadn't seen that. Oh, so that's fine. That's an okay solution. I just wanted to make sure. So, in case I was... How many anti-John walls am I going to need? All of them. You need more. What did you find out? What did you find out in Grace? What was the funny thing? Ooh, okay, interesting. That'd be kind of cool. Like bonuses if you figure out alternate solutions. I always thought that'd be kind of a neat way of like rewarding the player for finding other solution paths. Although I'm not really sure like how that would work. Like it'd be cool if you could do like a split path, like depending on how you solve the puzzle, you end up in like a different branch of rooms. I guess it could be possible, like, based on, like, room exit or something. Or, like, maybe you get, like, a different key depending on, like, where the player has to step to do certain solutions. I don't know. Okay, an entity named Mime. How it works is that it falls behind you. If you touch it, it instantly kills you, but it never actually touches you, so you have to walk. Oh. Okay. So you can't walk backwards. right. Oh, like one of the 7 deadly sins? Negligence. Oh wait, right. They have their own lore and their own like sins in that game or whatever. Ire, which is I. Mime is lust. Really? Okay, interesting. It is kind of like 7 deadly sins. Some of the voice lines that says are absolutely devious when... Oh, like what? Are they safe for work? I mean, the mime is lust, right? I mean, not that this is an SFW stream or anything. Like, I literally had a guest on here when we were playing Peak, and he literally said... actually, I don't know. Is this an SFW stream? Maybe the least Odyssey streams are, but... He literally swore on stream, so I don't know. But what if I need to kill that bomb bug still? I guess I can have this thing kill it. This switch can kill it. Like, in case that isn't... Oh wait, no, that's... that has to be... Oh. In that case, we gotta do this. Definitely don't want them getting in there. Very little space to play with here. Look them up at your own risk. Oh, okay. Fair enough. The pink thing is meant to be misinformation. Oh, that's not a deadly sin. I don't know what the heck that thing is, though. I noticed that there's this, like, pink thing, and then you, like, have to hide under, like, a bridge or something every time. Like, you have to, like, slide into this little space, and then it kind of, like, whizzes by. At least that was my understanding of it. I might be wrong, but that's just, that's what I saw. Oh, you know what would be really cool if we just had like a slug timer. That way it feels even more random. You can't really, because you can like look at this and see the exact configuration when you hit this switch and know exactly which bomb bug is going to move. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a slug timer. Something very devious. Something that makes it a lot less predictable anyway. I mean, technically it is safe, but it's meant to be just barely. The other eye thing is meant to be addiction. Are you sure that's hateful? Well, okay. I guess. I was gonna say, like, are you sure that's not just racism? But maybe that's kind of the point. I don't know. And if that thing is meant to be hateful thoughts, maybe it's supposed to be like representing hate crimes or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into this too much. The slugworm thing is meant to be gluttony. I don't even remember what the slugworm thing. Uses both sins and anything related to sin. That's why it's more than 7. Okay. Whenever I think of like 7 deadly sins now, I always think of Void Stranger. Very Void Stranger coded. I know like other games use it too, like I know there's a room in Blueprints that even has something 7 deadly sins related. How do I want to build this? That could be kind of cool to have like a monster block in the room. Because like monster block can be used as like a slug redirector. It interacts with poison. It can be used to move the bomb bug around. If I'm doing that, then I probably need to seal this off. Yeah, I guess we can just move. Did you miss anything since you joined late? I finished the first floor of this place, if you want to see that. I've been working on replacing some rooms here and Glittering Vault, adding some of the RNG elements here. So I moved Roulette here. This is like the fixed version of Roulette. Making this room, obviously. Up here, they did a bit of playtesting to see if this is openable, which it is now. Of decorative rooms here, like conveyor belts. I built this room, which tested on stream a little bit earlier, so this is the solution for this one. This one's pretty silly. I think this room's actually a little bit too easy, but you didn't know how to describe the L command. Okay. I was thinking, like, if that one's supposed to be a sin, I think that sin is called racism. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, so the concept is still the same as before. You gotta line up these two eyes, have them well, you have to have them rise up and shoot the snake and the bomb bug at the same time so that Swish falls to the ground without getting hit at all. And I prevented other solutions like you could put an eye here and an eye here before, but then I realized that I could just put these doors in between. If you try to do that, then it's not going to double laser at elevation 1, which is a way to kind of cheese the puzzle. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna mess with this. Oh, you never finished Void Stranger? I don't blame you. I think Alex Diener never finished Void Stranger either, now that I think about it. Yeah, this is the new solution. Oh, I like this part too, because the cleanup for this room is kind of tricky to do. You have to do this double laser beam here to make sure that that still doesn't activate, and now you can trigger that eye in the south to shoot the last remaining eye. Then you just finish off the room like this. So yeah, I'm generally pretty happy with how this room turned out after all that. Like, there's a key door there. There's also this room. This room kind of sucks. I don't know, it's a little bit simple. It's just a regular, like, slug redirection room. Yeah. Not too much to this one. Basically, you can go in here, control this bomb bug. You can only enter here once, and then you have to leave. So you kind of have to figure out some kind of path for the slug to move in on these pressure plates, so that it can basically allow the bomb bug to cross. You can also use the blocks to make like a partial bridge. You also have to make sure that you have room to move Leaf around because of all the poison that's going to be left behind. Yeah, that's this room. I think it could be a little bit harder. I could add more hot coals here, potentially, to force the path to be a little bit more complicated. But for now, I think I'm satisfied with that. Yeah, we're just going to move on. Alright, so back to the slot machine. Now this is gonna be interesting because it's gonna be like 4 puzzles in one, kind of. I think it'll be really cool. I put a monster block here. In your friend group, we used to call him the Tickle Toucher. Nice. I mean, you could have called him the Tickle Toucher here, and I wouldn't have known any better, to be honest. Because like I don't even know what any of these things really look like, for the most part. I barely understand anything whenever I watch you play Grace. Oh, I see. Ah, that makes sense. Let's see. How do we want to do? I think we could have like rubble blocking like a pressure plate being one of the ways that you can open this door and clear the room. That's like how the bomb bug would do it. But also could be how the statue does it, right? The statue could do like a diagonal push through here. Like, you have to cook this monster block first somehow. So we need some kind of hot coals somewhere in the room. But after that, you could have the statue push it up here. Maybe. How would that work though? I mean, Leaf would have to be able to stand here, right? Otherwise, that wouldn't work. I mean, I could just move this whole setup a little bit south. Like, here-ish. Yeah, so with the bomb bug, you could blast a block through the diagonal, or you could blow up the actual rubble itself. And then Leaf could just push in here. Statue could push the monster block through the gap into this area. Slug... I don't know, Slug might be your only way to actually kill this monster block. I think For Slug... Slug, we want like a sacrifice altar, maybe. Like you have to kill the monster block on that sacrifice altar in order to clear the room. I think that would be kind of cool. Let me put the one like right here. I don't... Ooh, and we could like surround it with specific tiles. And that way Leaf can't just like punch a slug that's sitting on this. Or just like kill the flying snake on here. Actually, I think this would work for the bomb. Yeah, I think for the bomb bug that would work. Okay, we might need to block off the diagonals. Or if we do this, I don't think the bomb bug can explode anymore. So we could do this and have the slug lay poison here, and then we have to get the monster block onto this. For the flying snake, we probably just need to be able to... Well, the flying snake's special ability is it can fly, so... Something about pits. We have to use it with a pit. Or... Maybe we could do something more interesting with it, because like the flying snake can step safely onto the monster block. Hey, fair enough. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure, like, if I got into the game at, like, ground level, I'd probably be able to understand it a lot better. But, like, whenever I watch you play, it's just, like, a ton of stuff on the screen happening all at once. And it's not, like, entirely inscrutable, but mostly inscrutable. Notes for each ent. Yeah, I saw there's like lore books and stuff too, right? So I don't know, it very much seems like a Twitch reaction kind of game. Like you really have to be paying attention to all the different threats that are coming after you, and you gotta be moving like really fast. Yeah, I don't know, maybe someday I'll give it a try, but for now, probably not. I think I'm more likely to try ETOH than Grace, to be honest, just based on the gameplay that you've shown me of both. Like, ETOH looks a little bit more up my alley, because I've played several 3D Mario platformers in the past, so it looked a little bit more similar to that kind of experience. If you ever play ETOH, you need to play Grace too. Why? No, you're joking. I don't think so. I don't think that's a requirement. I think I can play ETOH on its own, and I don't have to play Grace. That's okay. I mean, I'm not saying I'm never going to play Grace, okay? Just saying. I don't think it's really up my alley. At least compared to ETOH. And even then, I'm not sure ETOH is up my alley either, because I think like some of that stuff is probably harder than I'm ready for. Like, I probably play some like the easier towers, and give up after that. Like that umbrella one you were showing me before looked pretty doable. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think what I could do with the flying snake. That would be interesting. Like, if I can get the flying snake to like ride on top of this monster block, that'd be kind of interesting. What can you do with this? Die, apparently. Make a room similar to this, but it opens 2 gates randomly. Oh, like... So you get, like, a combination of these 2 monsters that you have to work with. That's interesting. I kinda like that. How would I do that? I guess I would have to double this, because this is just like a selector. Yeah, this is like a 1 in 4 selector. That would have to be like a... Oh boy. Because it could be like any combination of these, right? I'm trying to think about that. Like this shouldn't be that hard to figure out. Is it 4? No. Is it 2 to the power 4? How many combinations is that? Well, no, it would have to be, well, they have to be distinct, too. Because you can't just open the same door twice. I mean, I could enumerate them. It would be like... Bomb bug, snake, bomb bug, slug, bomb bug, statue. That's 3. Bomb bug, snake, we've already covered. This is definitely like in the space of like permutation, really. There's 3. Then we have slug, snake, slug, statue. Another 2. Then I think snake, statue. I think that's like 6 combinations. Am I missing something? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that pairs everybody with everyone. I'm forgetting one. I think 6. Yeah, these 2 together. Yeah, that's actually not so many combinations. I guess that's kind of doable. At the same time, same controller? What? How would I do like a 6 combination gate anyway? Because this always goes up in powers of 2, so if I add like a 3rd bit to this, I have to have 8 gates. I guess we could like map some combinations to the same doors. That's one way we could do it. But then that would just increase the odds of certain combinations happening. Wouldn't be so surprised if somebody already did that. What, play 2 games at the same time with 1 controller? Because yeah, there's definitely been plenty of people who have done that with other games. Unless you mean like specifically ETOH and Grace or something. In which case I wouldn't know. There's a lot of people out there that are willing to do some pretty crazy things for content, so I wouldn't doubt it. Okay, well this would have the same problem. What if I put... actually that's kind of interesting. I actually kind of forgot you can put pressure plates on pits. I know that's a thing that happens in NMA. Well, that looks weird. Oh, I don't think I've ever, like, examined that. So that's what a pressed pressure plate looks like without anything on it. That's cool. Again, I've probably seen that before in NMA, I just never noticed it. That does look really cool, though. I'm wondering if maybe I could put a block on the flying snake's head and have it drop the block onto a pressure plate over a pit or something. Maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe it could just be a sacrifice altar, honestly. It probably should just be a sacrifice altar. I mean, we have a monster block for a reason. Put it over a pit. There we go. Then we just need some way to actually kill the flying snake. We can do, we can just put an angry eye here. Little boost. Something silly like that. Okay, we get the statue. ETOH and Grace, same control equals pain. Well, I can imagine. Oh, right. Leaf spazzes out. No! That should take care of cleanup. You just realized you were 4 minutes behind? I had a feeling. I was just like, these messages are definitely kind of delayed. Got statue again. I wonder if the odds of getting statue are higher. It really feels that way. Kind of depends on where the... Yeah, I feel like if there's like a whole bunch of bomb bugs on the right, you see a big streak like that. Then you know that you're gonna get statue. Just hook up the earth core, it's just a bigger lava lamp after all. Yeah, we can mod Leaf's Odyssey. That happens a lot. See, that gave me bomb bug this time. I feel like the other combinations are a lot rarer. Oh, right. I guess a bomb bug could still blow up there. Okay. How do we prevent that? I mean, I guess we could just... Wait, no, we can't put this on here. Does this mechanism work when rotated? Rotated how? Honestly, it kind of depends on how you're seating it. Because if you rotate this, the shift register part sideways, or like 90 degrees, then the bomb bugs that are on the left here will move first before any of the bomb bugs that are on the right. Because then they'll be above these ones. Or if you rotate it the other way, vice versa. And that can break the mechanism. Like, one thing you have to be aware of is just reading order for move order assignments. Like, you could actually splay this out, like, this bit goes here, and then this one goes next to it, to the right of it. But then this mechanism would have to be adjusted to make sure that it always goes ahead of these bomb bugs. and that's a little bit harder to do. I was thinking like maybe you could take like chunks of it and then place them vertically like this, but even then that doesn't really work that well. I think the most compact thing you can do with this is maybe move this square over here and merge this right set of monster blocks with these monster blocks here. That'll save you a tiny bit more space, and it'll give you like the entire left half of the room to work with, and then a little bit too. If you mirrored it 180 degrees, it would definitely not work. Because then this, these bomb modes would start moving first, because they're over here. These ones. I mean, a lot of this just boils down to the way that Alex Diener has coded the game to assign move orders. I kind of don't like it, but that's just kind of the way that it is. I think he did mention during a level that he was considering changing that, because someone mentioned it. Like, they said they wouldn't mind if he did change it so you could actually assign move order to different monsters. It doesn't really make that big of a difference at the end of the day. And personally, I would absolutely love if you could do that, because it would make a lot of mechanisms work without having to place them in very specific ways in a room. But yeah, I don't know if he ever plans on actually doing that, because he's basically not really making any changes to the game aside from like bug fixes. I feel like the game is kind of in a maintenance mode. He did say he was tempted to add new elements, and he's not against it necessarily. At least when he was playing Monster Metropolis, he talked about that, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he'll ever actually do it though. Kind of depends on like how busy he is, I think. Other stuff, work. Anyway, we're trying to prevent a bomb bug from exploding on this tile. How do we do that? Yeah, I think move order can be used to make more interesting puzzles. I think the main argument against I guess assigning arbitrary move order is that it can create very unintuitive situations. Whereas if you're the player, when you walk into a room, you always know like which monster is going to be moving first, just like at a glance. I don't know. I think move order is such an interesting aspect of these like Sokoban puzzlers with monsters. Like, I know that Drod has assignable move order, and that's the exact thing that he was trying to avoid, was like move order based puzzles where the player walks into a room and they have to like click on every single roach in the room just to figure out like, oh, what is the order? Like, it can quickly turn into like spaghetti. But the thing is, I think any room can quickly turn into spaghetti. Even in this game, if you try hard enough, like, you look at a room like circuitry in the power plant in Monster Metropolis, and you tell me that that doesn't just look like spaghetti. Unless you have the context of logic gates. Like, you can turn basically anything into spaghetti. This looks like spaghetti. This looks like spaghetti. You don't know what the heck's going on at all. Unless I literally tell you that this is a pseudo-random number generator and that these things are XOR gates. Like, this is basically inscrutable. So, I personally feel like being able to assign turn order is not really that big of a deal, but hey, let's entertain the thought that move order being assignable, or like just move order in general, is just like a bad thing to build a puzzle around, because it leads to weird, like unintuitive interactions. Then I feel like the best solution isn't to do this like reading order thing, but to do something more like what Void Stranger does to handle move order. And it's kind of subtle, but like pretty much everything in Void Stranger handles move order in such a way where you can't actually tell. Like, it's very unambiguous, like which monster moves first. Because anytime two monsters move onto the same tile, they kill each other. Or in the case of like Void Stranger mimics, if they're right next to each other, it doesn't matter which one moves first, because if you try to, like, let's say we have two mimics next to each other here and here in Void Stranger. If you move to the west, what happens is you end up with one bomb bug here, and then one bomb bug here. Or, sorry, mimic. Sorry, I'm using bomb bugs to, like, demonstrate what I'm saying. But if we go back to, like, the original scenario here, if you try to move east, you might expect that, oh, you'd end up with, like, something like this, but I think the way that Void Stranger does it is you actually end up with this. So, no matter what, I think it always runs the check for each mimic first to see if it can move into the space that it's trying to get to, and if there's a monster there, then it just stops. So there's no actual move order happening there at all. You never end up in a situation where you have like two mimics next to each other and they move either together at once, like this, or they move spaced out. Like, they always move spaced out. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. So, like, if you want to solve move order issues in your game, there are other ways to do it that are very unambiguous and completely avoid all of the messier interactions that can arise from not having some way to inspect move order as the player. But this game doesn't do that. Okay, this game does not do that. I feel like I don't want to say like it's bad the way that this game does it, but I do kind of feel sometimes that it kind of took the worst of both worlds. Like, it tried to simplify move order, but it did it in a way that doesn't really work very nicely for people who are trying to build stuff, and also doesn't necessarily fix any of the problems for people who are actually playing the puzzles. It's like somewhere in between. I think there's some good in this approach, and some bad, but I kind of prefer, like, if you really absolutely hate move order being a problem, or like affecting puzzle solutions, or basically forcing the player to have to be able to click on a monster to see like when that monster moves. Like, if you want to solve that problem, I feel like you got to do it the Void Stranger way. The one thing where they discuss move order was like a document, I'm pretty sure. No, actually, I don't know what document you're talking about. I'm sure that someone has done like a video essay on this at some point, though. Some like puzzle game designer person. Like, I'm certain that this has been discussed to death. Otherwise, games like Void Stranger wouldn't have the systems that they have in place. Like, people have definitely thought about the move order problem. And I really do feel like Void Stranger found a really nice, unambiguous way of solving that, where you don't need a mouse cursor to like click on each monster and see like when it moves, kind of thing. Explained every single type of move order currently that they could think of. Oh, okay. I mean, no, I haven't seen that. If you have a link to that, I might check that out later. You can send it to me on Discord, but I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious to hear about that. I'm not surprised that someone else has talked about this at length, though. There's probably other ways of solving the problem that I'm not thinking of. Anyway, we're trying to stop a bomb bug from stepping on a... or blowing up on this thing. 100 pages? Oh, you mean it was a written document, not like a video essay. Oh, okay. Never mind. Well, That might be interesting anyway. Try and find it. I'll maybe give it a skim later. Cool read, yeah. Ooh, that's cool. That sounds pretty nice. Yeah, I definitely want to take a look at that if you have a link to that. It sounds like a white paper almost, or like someone's like PhD thesis. Would be a pretty cool thesis, to be honest. I find white papers are such an interesting thing to talk about because most people I know, they hate reading. They can't be bothered to read even like a 1 or 2 page like blog post sometimes. But like, I don't know, there's so much information that you can get just by reading things. And like most people won't even touch, they won't even dare touch like a white paper. Or they just are like, oh, I could like totally read that, but they like totally never do because they're too lazy to, or they never set aside time to do it. But I don't know. I feel like once you get used to like reading longer form stuff, it's not so bad. I mean, you do still have to allocate time for it, of course, but I think it's sort of becoming a lost art. Like a lot of people just don't want to read anything. I think it's kind of sad. Like there's a ton of good and like deep knowledge that you can pretty easily gain that's like readily available for free even, and people just kind of gloss over all of it because they just don't want to read. They don't want to read anything. They want everything to be like spoon fed to them. And like, I guess in a way there's nothing really wrong with that. Like obviously people are going to take the path of least resistance, try and learn things however way they want to. Whether that's through like videos or maybe not learn it at all. Maybe learn by doing. Like people like tutorials or games where there's no text, there's no dialogue. Everything is taught to you by like you doing it in like a safe environment before you're forced to do it like out in the wild kind of thing. I mean, like take The Witness for example, right? That's a game that has like no dialogue, but you kind of learn the rules as you go. Like, yeah, that's a totally cool and valid way to like teach people stuff, and I think that is, that is like a very smooth experience that is enjoyable for most people. But there's a lot of things in life where you can't really just learn things that way. You kind of need a little bit more than that, you know. But anyway, I'm going crazy, going off topic here. The last one has both characters on the same tile, kind of like what Baba does. Ah, yeah, that's true. That's right. Baba also has this sort of movement system, but yeah, they have other ways of resolving that. That's true. Don't really read unless I need to, or if it's about topic, like mainly games or weird jank with them. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it has to be something that you're really interested in, I think. Like, you're not just gonna like read a white paper on something you just don't care about. But I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people out there who, I don't know, they're in tech. They could read papers and have a better understanding of things, but a lot of them just choose not to, and they try to like take the easy way out all the time. Like, I don't know. More power to the people who actually do read, but it is kind of a shame. I mean, granted, there is a lot of bad research out there too. I've read a lot of really crappily written white papers, so it's not exactly that easy to find the right kind of material to read. Also has some humor to spice it up, like for example, the suffering in eternal health. Oh, nice autocorrect. Yeah, I'd be interested in reading that. Just send it to me on Discord if you can find it. Or maybe I'll search it up myself later, I don't know. I'm just like clicking through tabs now. I'm not actually doing anything. Let's see. So we want to get I want to make sure this bomb bug can't die on this. I'm wondering if I could put... No, if I put poison on there, then it just dies immediately. Hmm. You know, one thing I really want in this game that I know is also probably never going to happen is let me put toggle floors on sacrifice altars, please. Let me put a pit under the sacrifice altar and then put a toggle floor in between. Like, that would be so good. Currently using a voice thing because you're doing a run and grace. Oh my god. Okay. Multitasking. Alright, fair enough. I do. I'm just really not sure how to deal with the bomb bug being able to just kind of do everything. I think the bomb bug is like the most powerful monster of these four. Kind of does everything. Safe room 10? Nice. I thought the goal of the main mode was like 20. Like halfway. But I guess you're doing endless. Oh wait, I know. Here we go. This is how you solve that. There we go. Oh, we actually got the slug this time. Alright, I put a pit there. I forgot about that. Normal game run with modifiers. Oh, okay. I remember when you first told me that you were using mods, and I was like, oh, you mean you've modded the game? I did not expect to see that there were modifiers in the game. Oh, right, we want to keep this alive, don't we? No, we don't want to do that. Okay, how about this? Alright, the fastest I can move this is that far. Okay, this might be harder than I thought. Okay, yeah. Alright, sounds good. Can I... Well, I can't push this against the wall. Actually, don't know if this is even solvable. Because I need to poison this panel here. Yeah. Let me just get rid of you. Yeah. What's up? I think this is actually impossible. Oh wait, the bomb bug can also blow up the monster block and push it onto this. I just realized. I need to figure out another solution for that then. More gap. I think that's the solution. More gap. More... larger pit. Need a larger pit here. Excuse me. The best thing about the game is that each safe room has an OST, however I changed some songs. Oh, okay. Like only a few as most are peak, okay. And also you listen to a lot of like really high energy music. Like very intense stuff. At least those are like the peak songs that you've mentioned. When you return on Monday, you gonna show me a normal game run? Sure, after work maybe. I mean, I'm going back to work tomorrow. I did want to try streaming Zero Player first though, so maybe after that? Oh man, this is annoying. What if I kill this first? Oh no, I can't do that. Wait, hold on. I can do this. Okay, here we go. There we go. Oh, wait, I don't have a path through now. Wait, I do, because I can push this. Right. Sorry, which game? Maybe you should try the game on stream too? Wait, you mean Grace? I already told you, if I'm gonna pick any of those games, I'm probably gonna start with ETOH. Grace is more fast-paced, yeah. I think Grace is a little too fast-paced for me. I don't know. I mean, I don't have anything against fast-paced games. I'm just not sure that I would be able to keep up with something like that. I think Sashi is the easiest one so far. Oops. Main thing about Grace is if you're not fast, you get insta killed most of the time, especially with modifiers that spawn every single entity at once. That's what I'm doing right now. Okay. Well, that's cool. Well, let me catch up here. Expands every single entity at once. No. Again, you can go to the wiki to learn each one if you need context, but yeah, in normal game you can choose to spawn every entity at once when you beat it. So no need for mods once you beat it. It's a fun, faster way for pain. We do evil differently here. Okay. Wait, why was I thinking I needed pressure plate here? Do not need a pressure plate here. I think there's a bias towards the statue because of how pressure plates release. I think that's what's happening. I'm not trying to use the statue every time. I'm pretty sure the reason why this is not working the way I want it to is because of move order with pressure plates. Like, this bug steps off of this plate, but it still counts as being on this plate, even though this bug just stepped onto this. And that's causing these doors to get messed up. I need to figure out another solution for that. Lie? You think I'm lying? What if I do... This is kind of weird, but what if I hook up both of these here? Why is that? I don't know why that's pointing at that. Oh wait, no, that is supposed to point to that. Oops. Yeah. I almost forgot that that's kind of a necessary part of the mechanism. Okay, let's try this. I'm gonna wire those two outputs together. Hopefully this will give us less statue. Oh no, that's just okay, interesting. How's this going to work? I can see the statue again. Okay. More voice detect. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now I think we've broken it in such a way that it only ever gives us bomb bug or statue, and it's still very heavily weighted towards statue. Oh no, it can do the other ones, it's just... Okay, it does give us slug there. It's another statue. Anytime we get like long strings on like the right hand side is when we get statue. Trying to avoid that. Wait, oh, maybe this is not as doable as I thought. Is this? Wait, this is doable, right? I can lure you over here. Oh wait, maybe this isn't, because there's not enough space. Oh yeah, there's just not enough space for you. Okay, maybe I can't actually do what I thought I could do. I thought I could break this by having the bomb bug push the block into this pit here, but actually I don't think I can. There's not enough room for him. Alright, there we go. Just move this over here then. I think this is so cool, just conceptually as a room, but I just don't understand why the doors seem to be weighted the way they are. Maybe it's just the seed that I've picked here. I don't know. Also, I should probably mention that my friend group kinda is a little offensive, so yeah, if you hear me mention that, expect that. Yes, it's that type. I don't know what you mean by yes, it's that type, but I'm a little bit worried. Oh. Holy. Okay, I don't know. I'm not gonna try to pretend I understand. Oh, new combo of enemies on you? Okay, I see. Okay, I think I figured it out. I know what's wrong. It's... This, these two sets of gates only open if bomb bugs are in configuration of like 0 and then a 1 after, or 1 and then 0. And that is split evenly. Like you can't have a sequence of like a 1 and then a 0 and then another 1 and 0 right afterwards, because this is just a bit stream. So whenever that flip happens, it's either going to pick between one of these two, but it can never be the same combination more than once. Whereas if this thing is held high or held low, then it can be the same combination of bits. Like, it can be both are 0, both are 1 for multiple turns in a row. So that makes the bomb bug and the statue happen more often, purely because of that. So this is not this is not like a uniform distribution. If I try to read 2 bits off of this at a time, I think what we would need to actually do is sample it. We need to like read 1 bit off of the end here at one point, and then wait some turns, and then read another bit off of the end here to get the combination. Like, I think that would make more sense. That might be a little bit more, I guess, random? I don't know. But this is all pseudo-random coming from this output here anyway. I could sample a different bit, in all fairness. Like, instead of doing this one, we could just pick a different one. Like, this can still be the left door. Maybe we just sample this one here. Like, would that make a difference? I don't really know if it really does. There's a statue again. Again. Statue again. Wait, really? Why statue again? Oh, because you move on to this plate after this. Okay, there's definitely some kind of weighting due to the pressure plate releases. Yeah, that's happening way too often. Yeah, this one is because of the step off of the plate happening, I think. Well, this is a step on. Yeah, this one, I feel like it should have been this one instead that was picked, but instead this one went through. Because of turn order. Yeah, I think it is a turn order thing. I think the turn order is heavily favoring this combination. There is a way to fix that. I should probably implement it. Kind of. The pressure plates are annoying. They are un-RNGing my RNG. Just a little bit. I mean, it's not like these combinations can't happen, but they are just so much less common because of that. Nice. Okay, I'm just gonna start testing combinations without actually rolling. You know what I should do? I should make the hardest combination the one that rolls most often. And if you're lucky, then you get the statue, and the statue is the easiest combination. That's true RNG. Yeah, getting statue is like winning the jackpot. And maybe snake should be the most common one, and then statue will be like the least common one. They'll swap places. What do you mean by every module made so far? Oh, like every kind of puzzle world? Let me read this. Basically, it would have all types of gates, all other modules, and all text. And it would be an explorer type world that would teach each single one individually. And once you learn each one, you get a key. In each path, it would teach the mechanic, then use it in a puzzle, then use it in a puzzle but much harder. Okay. And at the end, there are key doors, and there's a few finale puzzles that use every single thing we learned. Oh, okay. Should you make that? I mean, if you want to. I mean, you're already building Ultra World, though, aren't you? I don't know how you're gonna... I mean, I guess you're juggling quite a few worlds already. Yeah, it's up to you if you want to build that. I think it would be cool. I hate this. I hate this room. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, maybe Ultra World could be that world? I don't know. I guess you already have some stuff in Ultra World already, though. That doesn't really follow that exact structure. Oh, I wish I had cleaned more of that poison before I got here. Oh boy. I mean, if you can juggle them both, then sure, why not, right? It's just a matter of... will you be able to do that? starting to wonder if what I'm trying to do is even possible. Oh, so close. Oh, if only I could get across this poison. Okay, if I could sweep up that poison earlier, which I think I could have, I think that might work. No, it'll be close. This is definitely the hardest variant. No. Still the same problem. Even if I can move straight across. Like, Leaf is above the snake, but not on the same line of sight as Leaf. Above the snake, but not on the same line of sight. Oh. Okay, like this? Like that, right? I mean, we would need to get like here. I don't think it's doable. Yeah, I don't think this is doable. Okay, but how are you gonna put the snake in that other corner? Like, I get what you mean. Like, if I could do something like this, but like over to the east, that would be good. Oh, so close, dude. Use the block to offset it? That's what I'm trying to do. This is like barely not possible, I think. Also, there's a charge up time. That doesn't help. If I try to do it from here, it's too close. There's not enough space. If I should try to do it from the north, there's even less space. Like, it's definitely close, but I don't think it works. right? Are using the statue rubble? I don't really see how. I don't know. I don't think this is doable. I think snake might be the hardest one. If maybe it's actually just impossible though. Like, let me just try putting a snake here. Like, I'm pretty sure, yeah, same issues. I don't think there's any way to get enough space. Snake oil to a whole new level. Yeah, imagine getting the snake and not being able to clear the room at all. Alright. I give up. I'm not gonna try to make that work. We're gonna just give him one of these. Like, I think this is doable at least. Like, this has to be doable. Also, it's a lot less annoying with the angry eye not constantly shooting at you. Oh yeah, you kind of need this block or else. That's a lot more doable. There was a way to solve the room previously without the nerf? Alright, was there? If there was, prove it. Prove it to me. Give me a replay or something. Show me. Recreate this scenario and then prove it. Because I don't know. I don't doubt that there might be a way to do it, but I just could not figure out how to do it. It's called choosing another monster. We're not doing that. No. How are we gonna do this? So that's like that. I would like to fix this so that it doesn't always pick this thing, but I don't know. I mean, I did figure out a way to fix this kind of mechanism. Like, if it steps here... How did it work again? It's like if both of these are hooked up to this one can open up another door later in the order, and then Bombug moves. I mean, the problem is we just don't have very much space left. I don't know, maybe for now we just make it so that if you get statue, you won. You it's like winning the jackpot. You got the Mega Millions. Good for you. I think this might be more fun. I'm not gonna lie. Like, oh, you got the flying snake. Oh, have fun. Okay, see, this time we did actually get the statue. This time we get the slug. Would that apply with Bombug too? It did in one case, yeah. Wait, how does this one work? Actually, no. Bombug, I think, is least. Wait, no. Yeah, no, because you have to have this plate, both of these plates released. Which requires 2 turns in a row of the Bombug being on the left side for both of these. So this is actually the least likely option. I think Bombug is actually the least likely to be pulled. If I'm not mistaken. Or just use it to clear one of the poisons? You mean with the Bombug? You can't, because you can't make a kill on the... You can't make a kill on this sacrifice altar. There's no poison on the sacrifice altar. No, there isn't. The only hot coals in the room is this one here. So every way that you try to solve this room has to be done differently. Well, except for if you get Bombug or Statue. Those two, they both end up with this. Yeah, I'm actually pretty sure because of the pressure plate thing, I'm pretty sure that this is most likely to be pulled. These two are both equally likely to be pulled. Actually, maybe not. Actually, no, they are. They are equally likely to be pulled. And then this one's the least likely to be pulled. Pretty sure. Because both of these require the bomb bugs to be on the left plate for 2 turns in a row. Otherwise, it's gonna do the thing where it's like, oh, you release this plate and that releases at the end of the turn. So yeah, you're far more likely to get Flying Snake than anything else right now. Which I think is fine, honestly. Flying Snake is the hardest one. Honestly, Statue is so easy that maybe I should just make Statue the one that takes Bomb Bug's position. Oh, Bomb Bug's pretty easy too. They're both really easy. Yeah, like that's the first time we've pulled Bomb Bug in quite a while. I could probably do more with the hot coals. To be fair. You can use a block to clear the poison, then use the bomb bug to kill it on the sacrifice altar. You can't. How do you kill the bomb bug on the sacrifice altar? You're on... You're standing on Pacific tile. Oh wait, you're right, because it'll explode. Never mind. You're actually totally right. I forgot. It's just gonna blow up. Yeah, but why can't you just do that instead to make a harder puzzle? Do what instead? Use the bomb bug here instead of on this pressure plate up here? You're probably right, I probably could just get rid of this. This thing I think makes everything so trivial, doesn't it? Because yeah, you could just push this here to clean up poison and then put the bomb bug here and then blow it up. I mean, that's not that much harder, but I mean, I guess you have to think about it a little bit more than just go here, blow this up, and put a block on this. You know what? You're right. We don't need this. Actually, that also means that bomb bug could go here and then blow up the monster block here. Actually, could it? No. Well, yeah, actually, yeah, it could. No, wait, no, it can't, because it's going to run away from the monster block. Wait, why did I ever think that you could use bomb bug to push the monster block onto this? It's never going to be possible. It's only going to push it one space. You... How do I kill you? Or like, how do I use you then? How do I do anything with Statue? Because I can't kill Statue here, can I? See, that's the problem with removing this thing, is how does Statue die? I mean, I guess that means we have a more challenging Statue puzzle, potentially, but... I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Clear poison before hitting switch. I don't know what you mean. How would you hit this? You're talking about the sacrifice altar, right? How would you trigger the sacrifice altar if you only have the statue? The statue will be standing here. You'll be on the Pacific floor, and you won't be able to hurt him. He'll be able to kill you. You should make it so that you can't access the monster block until you hit the switch. Easier to clear the poison before you hit the switch for some of them. You're probably right, honestly. I agree. I I mean, you're not playing the puzzle, you're just pointing stuff out. I mean, I'm not even done building this. I guess we can get rid of that then, because you can always just put it on the poison. I never really thought about that, but that's true. We never needed to cook anything. How is that ironic? I don't get it. I mean, you can give me advice, I don't mind. I'm just trying to figure out how this puzzle's supposed to work. I mean, I think we're close to something really cool here. I'll think about this a little bit more on my own, I think. But yeah, I think this is a good start for this floor. We've still got these other puzzles here. Well, this not really puzzle, but kind of fun little room. But yeah, I think... Well, I think the waiting thing is actually going to affect this as well, I just realized. Oh well, whatever, who cares. Yeah, I think... Actually, does it? Not really though, because it's because it affects both doors on both sides. That's an interesting way of avoiding that issue. Yeah, anyway, I gotta run because it's almost 6 where I'm at. So, yeah, I'm gonna end stream here. I think I'll be back tomorrow. We'll probably be giving 0 player a try. And if that doesn't work out so well, then maybe we'll fall back on more Ultra World. Or maybe more of this, who knows. We'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna take off now. I will probably see you tomorrow then. Wait, okay, make it fast. I have like 4 minutes. Why is 6 my time to leave? Because I gotta go. That's my time to leave. That's just how it is. That's my time. Goodbye. No, but for real, I have to go for dinner. I have to go for dinner with my family, so... Yeah. That's the real reason why. Anyway, that's pretty much it. No, I'm not sleeping. I don't go to bed at 6 p.m. Dude. That's so early. But yeah. Alright. I'm gonna take off, and maybe tomorrow I'll stream in the evening. It'll probably be after work, so... probably close to like 9 p.m. most likely. But we'll see. I'll try and schedule ahead of time if I know. Yeah. We'll be back. I really gotta jump now.